Welcome inside Stermole Stadium. It's the USL W League home opener for Flatirons FC. They play host to Utah United, a team they met 2 weeks ago out in Utah, in Orem, Utah, at Utah Valley University. That one, pure domination from the side that is currently 4th in the country in Utah United. They bring a little bit thinner of a roster today here to Colorado, and Flatirons got some help back after that Utah trip. A couple more faces on the benches to help out for this Flatirons side. So we're in store for a better game today. Joining you, I'm Arnav Pokral. I'm alongside Flatirons FC men's player Yusuf Adan. Yusuf, you played yesterday, big game, that one against Utah. This one, a bit different circumstances. This Utah United team has dominated so far. They've scored 26 goals this season. They've only allowed 1. How does Flatirons have to change the script a little bit?
Definitely I think the biggest thing would probably be the subs. They have to come out and bring some flair, some fire, just really change the game. Because I remember going to that game 2 weeks ago, and the roster on Flatirons side was pretty small. But I'm looking at this roster today. It's a lot more lively, a lot of new faces, and I have some hope for the team today.
Flatirons FC has been led this season by Sophia Whitten. The midfielder is in the lineup again today. She's got 2 goals on the year and a Barkey score. They had a big performance against CISA on Tuesday night, a 4-1 victory. Really should have been 4-0. CISA scored a worldie of a free kick right towards the end of the first half. But after that, it's been smooth sailing and training for Utah since the last matchup. They won 8-0 against CISA, and then they took down national runners-up from last year, Colorado Storm, 4-1 just on May 31st. That game was, you talk about making a statement in this league. If you're able to beat the team that finished 2nd last year in the entire country, I think that's a pretty big statement to make.
100%. This team is a team that is coming out to compete, and you just love to see an 8-1 victory over CISA, and then a 4-1 victory over Storm, which has some really great players.
So we're getting set here for kickoff between Flatirons and Utah. We'll take you through the last matchup. It was 8-0. And really, the star player was Ellie Walbrook, who's not in the lineup tonight for Utah. The BYU product, formerly of UCLA, scored 2 goals in the first 12 minutes. Super tall player that Utah's going to be missing because she's a physical presence. Plays as a 9, can drop into the midfield and help out there as well. Tess Wirtz is a player who's been around the W League for a long time, played at Minnesota Aurora FC last season, was a team that went undefeated 2 seasons ago in the regular season. Aurora's always near the top in the W League. Now she's in Utah, where she plays her college soccer at Utah State, stays home to play for Utah United. And you talk about building a roster. When you build rosters with players that already have experience in this game, it's a big help.
100%.
So we continue to get things underway. It's both teams rocking out with a 4-3-3. We'll get you introduced to the starting lineups first for Flatirons FC. It starts with Rebecca Winton in goal. That's been a consistent all season long. Anna Barkey will captain your Flatirons side. She's alongside Keegan McCorkle, Kira Robertson, and Jada Noel in the back line. Anchoring the midfield is Allie Kirkpatrick, alongside attacking midfielders Sophia Whitten, like we mentioned in the pregame, 2 goals on the season, and Mary Perez. Up front, it's a new face, Izzy Suntheimer in the lineup alongside Lily Cook and Clara Kulik. Will get you introduced to the Utah lineup the first chance we get. Closer and closer to kickoff between Flatirons FC and Utah United in USL W League action. The first time the W League has been played at Stermole Stadium since 2024, and we're underway between the 2 sides. Didn't take long for Utah to get things started last time. These 2 teams met just 3 minutes in. The Ellie Walbrook goal as McCorkle feeds a pass into the midfield. Perez takes a long touch back. And immediately a chance to move forward for Kate House. On the near side, tracked down by Suntheimer, who's in the number 12 for Flatirons. A great switch on the other side from Utah United. When a team scores as often as they do, they'll take a look at another ball in, this one off the head of Utah and out of play. It'll be a goal kick for Whitten. Becca Winton in goal. She's been in goal all season long for Flatirons. And so she'll take it long and go the other way.
Won back by Utah. Swung out wide.
Really good pace of play here from United. They'll move it through the midfield and turn things forward. And back again the other way. Utah moved through the midfield. Defended by Sophia Whitton. Worked out wide. Tess Wirtz an option. And always dangerous for this Utah side. On the season, Wirtz has 1 goal. She's played 179 minutes in 4 matches so far this season. All 4 of them wins for this Utah side. Worked back around, and Utah looked to get an insert pass in, and it's Kira Robertson making her first start for Flatirons at home. And, well, this is everyone's first start for Flatirons at home. It's a home opener, but first consistent minutes. She came on at halftime against Seesaw just to try and get a feel for the game and get some legs under her to kick off the home slate. Early goings, it's been back and forth between the two sides. Feel like we haven't really seen a clear chance just yet.
Yeah, nothing big happened, but Utah's really moving the ball really well, bouncing it side to side, finding those up back throughs, and just moving up the field. I like it. I like to see it.
Throw-in goes to Wirtz on the far side. She's looking up ahead, trying to find Chambers, who's got some speed on the far side. She's outpacing the center back. She'll take it around. Winton, who gets a touch on it. Second chance fired in by Kate Howes. It's a great run on the far side and just poked across to Howes. Flatirons unable to clear the lines. It's 1-0.
Kate Howes, number 11, the one who finished it.
Here's another look at that one for Utah. Just a great ball across, and Howes puts it away. Nothing more you can ask for in the 3rd minute.
Yeah, goalie got her hands on it a bit, but you know, unlucky, just unlucky. 3 minutes in, first goal. We'll see how Flatiron responds.
So goal number 1 goes the way of the team that is atop the Mountain Division. Utah United, a perfect 4-0 record. Here's a ball out wide to Suntheimer. Touch inside to Perez, who goes down. The pitch was pretty damp yesterday. It still hasn't fully cleared out today. So that'll be a factor to look out for. Sliding around, the ball will stop at certain moments when it gets caught into the aspects, or the little turf. I don't know what you call them, pebbles. Some people call them pebbles. Some people call them pellets.
Honestly, I don't know. I just call them the little black things, you know. I'm not good with my terminology. But yeah, it was super wet yesterday. That definitely had a hand in the result for the men's game. Utah United's coach was a bit upset about it too. But, you know, we're both playing in it, right? So
both teams affected by the same pitch. This one worked along the ground out wide again, looking for Chambers on that far side. Kaylee Chambers starting up top, just her first start, excuse me, her second start of the season. She's only played 73 minutes going into today. And Winton will hang on to this one for a goal kick. And it looks like Utah showing press early on. And Winton will push her defense forward. 1 goal given up already in the first 3 minutes of play. We're in the 5th minute now.
Utah wins it back.
And a great move on the outside. It'll be Wirtz on it again. Always an option to move things forward, as she does this time. Dances past Noel, rolls one in, and it's comfortable for Winton at the end of the day. 5.5 minutes gone in this one. 1-0 lead thanks to Kate Howes, who opened the scoring in the 3rd minute of play. Winton finds Suntheimer on the outside. Looks for a flick, but runs into a white wall of Utah United jerseys. And now moving it the other way, it finds Richens. Caitlin Richens of Utah State was third-team All-American. This one back. And outside again. Utah will chase it down. No numbers forward for Flatirons. Ball looped ahead into the path of Howes, the goal scorer for Utah. Wide to Suntheimer again. Deflected forward. Lily Cook was up ahead, but it won't find her. This one will find Suntheimer again. Has Perez outside, will utilize her. And Perez will circle it back around to Keegan McCorkle. Out to Robertson. Pushes her right back forward in Jaden Noel and looks for the chipped ball ahead. And Utah turns it right back over for a throw-in. So Flatirons go down 1 early, Yusuf. How do you expect this team to respond? They've already played this team once. In that one game, it was goal after goal.
All right.
But already the response seems better in this one.
100%. I think for Flatirons to turn this game around, I know they're down 1, but maybe slow it down, keep the ball a bit more, keep possession, and not try to force things. And when that chance is on, you know, go for it, all right? Instead of just kind of just playing this long ball and giving it up to a 50-50. I think if they keep the ball on the floor, play a lot more, we could definitely get some chances up.
On the near side, a throw-in after Barkey had a good touch around one of the defenders. Thrown in by Tess Livingston, Pleasant Grove, Utah native, who will make her collegiate debut in the fall at Idaho State. Turned right back around to Ruby Laddick, and then all the way back. Utah will go long this time, and that's a great switch to the other side. Noel running to it. And on the far side, Tess Wirtz will pull up pretty early, knowing that ball was out of her reach. But a great ball, great idea from Utah to hit that switch.
100%. That was a really good look, honestly. I thought it was on, but maybe she thought differently.
Forward again by Flatirons. Perez chases it down. Whitten in the way as well, and it's turned over up to Lily Cook. Her first touches of the game. Take her away from the ball. Laddick right back on it. Ruby Laddick, another one of these Utah United players who spent some time at BYU and is now at Utah Valley, where she was first team all WAC. Here is Laddick on the ball now. Turns it in. Finds an option. Played out wide. Goal scorer Howes on it now. She'll play it low. Flatirons want the offside. The shot comes in. It's saved by Winton. And Winton will take some time with this one. Has played in every game so far this season for Flatirons. Winton.
Unfortunate handball. Arnoff, to me, it looks like Utah has this higher press, so playing that ball out wide to Noel was actually a good choice, I think, because it broke that line. Just an unfortunate handball. I think if we get that ball out again and then settle it and play it, we could definitely break that press, just like that.
Once again, just that final touch wasn't there for Flatirons, but a good job to get around some of the Utah players who are pressing with intensity. And now Barkey will let this one go over her head, and Howes can't track it down in time. Out of play for another goal kick. Feels like we've said that about 5 or 6 times. Becca Winton has been active in terms of jogging out, retrieving the ball, and firing off a goal kick. Time and time again, the Utah pressure continues to be a factor. I have to say the weather's cleared up a lot nicely than even 3 hours ago. Thunderstorms in the area last night. It rained for about 3 hours straight. The field was full of patches of puddles. You could see it from up here, the shiny turf, not what you want to see when you're playing in rain.
All right.
Clears out, the fog's out of the way. You can see the backdrop here in Golden, Colorado.
Beautiful, beautiful place, might I say.
Very, very beautiful. I mean, it's up there. Utah Valley's got a great field as well. They've got the mountains in the background of Clyde Field. And maybe I'm a homer, but I think this one's just a little better. As Howes goes in, and Barkey goes sliding in for a stop.
That tip out sets up a CK corner kick for Utah.
Corner kick, Utah.
Corner comes in from United, and it's directly out of play was looking for that near post and just got to get over that first player if you're United.
100%. Either that or just play it short.
Especially when you have the quality that United does.
100%. The way they move the ball, great touch. I definitely, if I was them, I would have played that short, moved the ball around, and then whipped it in, you know. Gets us in a better position for them.
Winton sets up. Still letting some of the clock dribble down. It was this exact score when Ellie Wallbrook scored her second of the game last time these two teams met. May 27th, the time of that game, down at Utah Valley University. As this one taken outside and played out. Last touch off of Flatiron's defender. It was Noel defending on that far side. Noel, the Radford University alum, has a tough task ahead of her with Tess Wirtz, first team All Mountain West Conference in 2024. The Portland, Oregon native staring down on the Utah United side. Utah's in the white jerseys, Flatirons in the home blues for today. As again, clip ball forward, and Winton will see this one into the goal box. Out to McCorkle, and now the press comes from Utah.
Yeah, they have a really aggressive press, so it's really hard trying to, like, when you're in game, it's way harder than it looks than while you're, like, watching, right? So the way to beat that press, though, is just being a bit composed on the ball, maybe bounce it around a bit, definitely playing one touch because you have someone flying at you right when you get the ball. Oh, a really good move.
Great passing move, and a player chopped down by Robertson. It's a free kick in a dangerous area for Utah United, and this is a United team that's got some size in comparison to the Flatiron side. Set pieces are going to be dangerous today for the visitors. So two options on this one as the wall gets set. It's 3 in the wall for Becca Winton, who directs traffic in front of her net. And now just one over it. Lily Cook will sprint back and join the wall as well. This one rolled in, and Winton dives across to make a save.
Winton, a fine save, and the free kick sets up a corner kick.
And so Becca Winton makes the stop. It curved around the wall and was headed for the bottom corner. We'll take another look at that one as the free kick came in around the wall, and Winton made the stop. Corner comes in. It's out towards the penalty area, and Flatirons get the clearance away. Worked right back in by Woods. Headed up in the air. Robertson, McCorkle, an awkward clearance. It finds Barkey, and Suntheimer can turn into space. Perez back to Kirkpatrick. And now Robertson will chase it down. Hoofed forward, intended for Clara Kulik. Haven't been able to say much of her name tonight. There hasn't been service to the Creighton forward. And now worked back around to Bella Woods. She'll step ahead into space. No pressure from Flatirons on her, and play that diagonal ball again. That's been a couple times she's been searching for that. Noel running on this one. It's kept in play, but Noel's going to be the first one there for Flatirons. Robertson will have some pressure on her and can't find the outlet pass. Utah go the other way. Kirkpatrick, and deflecting into the hands of Winton. And now Suntheimer's in space. Will play out to Perez. And now Noel in space as well. Clip back into Perez. It runs under her foot, but Kirkpatrick is the first one there. Couple of seasons at Concordia St. Paul for Allie Kirkpatrick. Transferring to Mars Hill University for the graduate degree in the upcoming season. Utah thought they were going to come out in a 4-3-3, but they come out in a 3-back. So Bella Woods really captaining and quarterbacking this defensive unit. She'll stand right next to the goalkeeper in Rath, but this one out to Richens, and immediately the press comes in, and Anna Barkey wins out on it, and Barkey looks to go the other way. Richens recovers well. Barkey still applying pressure, though. And driven forward this time, Kulik is on it. She's got some space to dance out on the wing. Looking for Noel, the return pass to Kulik. Clip forward, it's still Kulik chasing it down, and Utah able to hold her off for a corner kick.
A corner on the way for Flatirons.
Arnard, what do you think the play is here? What do you think the play is for Flatirons to get a good chance?
I think you have to go for it. Anna Barkey's been great in the air. She scored 6 goals last season, a lot of them from set pieces. She has a goal this year, but that one came on a breakaway opportunity. I feel like you serve one in, see how the Utah defense reacts to it, as here's the ball coming in. Top of the box. It is Barkey on it now. And she gets closed down hard, throws her defender away. And that's going to be a yellow for Barkey.
And a yellow card has been issued.
So Anna Barkey in the 17th minute picks up a yellow for Flatirons.
Anna Barkey of Flatirons.
So Barkey's yellow halts a pretty good breakaway opportunity for United, and it feels like with the speed that they have, that's not a bad yellow to take.
Yeah, I mean, I would have done the same thing, you know. Not much people back playing against a team like this, number four in the nation. I definitely would have made that same foul, if I'm being honest.
Did you pick up a yellow in the Open Cup when you were playing against Omaha? Did you stay clean in that game? I don't remember.
I stayed clean,
okay.
but hey, given the chance, I'll do for the guy.
This one out for a goal kick. Winton was getting out there. It's actually throwing on the far side. That's been the 3 games that Flatirons have played in recent months. It was tonight in the USL W League season opener, yesterday the USL League 2 opener, and then 2 months ago in the US Open Cup, hosting professional side Union Omaha in the 2025 Lamar Hunt US Open Cup. But after this, we've got a whole slew of home games to close out June. It's a busy June here at Stermole Stadium for this Flatirons side as Suntheimer goes diving in and gets a touch on it, but the Flatirons midfield couldn't collapse in time. Whitten almost there as well. Worked into the midfield. Here's Dudley. Looking for Loddick, and a great ball through. Winton will track this one down to the corner of her box and then pick it up. Playing it to Robertson. Kira Robertson of Adams State. A multitude of players on this team for Flatirons from the Division II side, Adams State, as Winton gets rid of that one. And Utah content to hold on to possession. We're at 20 minutes down, still the 1 goal in the 3rd minute from Kate Howe is the difference in this one. Anna Barkey picked up a yellow card not too long ago. And that's really the only action we've seen. But Utah have been knocking as of late. And again, it's out wide. Looking for an overlapping run on the far side. And just running out of room out there. Flatirons will have another throw. And it feels like Flatirons have been pinned back for a majority of this game.
100%. I think one thing that could push... Oh. Unfortunate. One thing that could push them a bit on the defensive side is recognizing that ball that's played out wide.
As a shot goes over for Utah. Not a bad opportunity there for Laddick and this Utah United side, but Winton will have yet again another goal kick. We don't keep track of that stat, but we probably should with how many times Winton's had to restart play from our own goal box.
It's like the 7th time.
In the first 20 minutes. So every 3 minutes almost, Winton's having to start things from her own defensive end as McCorkle looks out wide for Suntheimer and just missed that pass.
That shall to throw in Utah.
A step too far in front of Suntheimer. Suntheimer, the midfielder, plays at Colorado School of Mines, making her debut for Flatirons FC. A native of Hershey, Pennsylvania, where she played her high school soccer. 20 goals, 10 assists for Stermole Conference out in high school. Now plays her home soccer here at Mines, as Lily Cook holds up play and finds Mary Perez. Quickly out to Whitton. And Jaden Noel stonewalled as she looks for an entry pass to Clara Kulik. Touch back in, and Utah work it around. Noel clears it away. Into the midfield for Utah, looking for the outlet pass. This one's going to skip on the turf and just roll out of reach for Livingston. Barkey looking for Suntheimer. This one over her head, and McCorkle will come out and just tap it out for a throw-in, allow the defense to reset for Flatirons. Utah moving forward through the midfield. Pressure coming for Noel, who got lost there for a second. And now out wide, Holmes the goal scorer for Utah. Now back here's Livingston. Dances past Suntheimer. Entry ball in. Livingston will get it back, drive one in, and Winton makes a comfortable save. So Winton has probably been the busiest player on the field in terms of the entire side, most definitely for Flatirons. She's been active already. As it's another throw-in for Utah on the far side. Worked into center back Woods, who drives into the midfield, still going. And now we'll lay it forward. Offside is the call as Winton came out to make the stop anyways. Barkey had her hand up immediately after the pass was played. Knew what the call was going to be before it was called at all. This one turned over. Winton gets a touch on it. What a save by Becca Winton. Had to make up for a lapse there. We'll get another look at this one from Winton. Just on the ground, off of the free kick. And the defense couldn't hang on to it. She had to come across and make a stop, and what a stop it was.
Yeah, Utah with that hard press. You know, it really seems to work when you have someone running at you full speed. It could be a bit nerve-wracking, and it creates chances like that. But thank goodness for Winston Wright.
A great save to add on to her already impressive catalog tonight. As she'll set up yet another goal kick, and we'll probably send this one long after the defensive mistake from last match. Or last chance, I should say. McCorkle will head this one forward. Finds Cook, and Suntheimer onto it. Press comes in. Barkey will touch it off of Utah, so it'll be a throw-in for Flatirons. She'll look to Perez. Back to McCorkle. Great re-entry pass into Perez, who looks long. Looking for Suntheimer, but Bella Woods the first one there. From Utah University. Out for a throw-in on the near side.
Oh, Arnarv, you got to hand it to the Flatirons. Compared to their last game, they are holding off a lot well, only at a 1-0. difference in the 26th minute, and they're really keeping possession really well. You know, just a couple mistakes at the final entry ball, you know. But I think if they figure that out, we have ourselves a game, 100%.
Diagonal ball in, looking for Howes, the goal scorer. She'll get there in the corner, defended by Barkey, and cleared away by Flatirons, out for a throw on this near corner. So it'll set up shop, Utah will. A couple of players in the box. It will be an entry pass in to one of those players. Laddick fires it across the box. Too much pace on it for anyone to react in time. And so it'll be out of play on the far side. Flatirons will throw it in after the Laddick cross. 3 games, 118 minutes for Ruby Laddick, but the minute counts are always interesting because when you're winning games 8-0, two games in a row 8-0, you're going to rotate the rosters in, you're going to move players around, keep them rested. So I think the important thing is here the goals, and Utah's missing their 2 leading goal scorers in Ellie Walbrook, the Highland, Utah native, UCLA, BYU. She's got 4 goals on the season, and Seven Castaigne, Draper, Utah native, plays at TCU, and her resume is very, very long. 2-time All Big 12 first team player. She was All Big 12 freshman team her first season of college. 7 goals on the season for Seven Castaigne, not in the lineup today for Utah. That's 2 big offensive pieces that are missing. As we have a dog here in the stands at Stermole Stadium. Winton will collect and throw it out to Perez. Mary Perez, a couple of caps for the Guatemala national team as McCorkle turns this one over. It's been a couple of turnovers for center back McCorkle. Hasn't been the best half an hour of play from the center back. Suntheimer deflects it back to Barkey, who clears it away. And Suntheimer closes down hard. Great turn, and Barkey again there to clean things up. Driven in, Perez the first there. Ball goes through the legs of Barkey, and now a chance for Utah. Crossed in, Winton, hard contact. Foul called. She held on to the ball anyway. You have to give credit to Winton for making the play through contact and not giving the referee a decision to make on whether that was a foul or not.
Really great performance from Winston so far. Great hour and a half. I mean, half an hour of play.
Robertson works it around. It's Noel. Clip back in to Sophia Whitten. Twin sister Zoe Whitten on the bench for Flatirons today. She's recovering from an injury. As this one over the head of Winton and out of play. Had the goalkeeper scrambling just a little bit, but lucky enough for Flatirons, it's out for a goal kick. And what is the 30th minute of play? Still 1-0, just that goal 3 minutes in from Kate Howes. Separating these two sides, it's been a completely different look from Flatirons, who in the first half, at this point in the first half, trailed 3-0 out in Utah. And at halftime, trailed 5-0 against this Utah United side. Much improved on the defense, but you have to mention Utah are missing 2 of their most lethal goal scorers in Walbrook and Castaigne. More fans on hand tonight to watch the W League home opener than the League 2 home opener yesterday because of the rain. So fans delaying their trips out to Stermole Stadium by 1 day to watch the women's team in action for the first time in Golden. A couple of other matches up in Colorado. And Yusuf, I want your thoughts on this. There's 5 teams in the division, 4 of them in the Denver-Boulder area. Do you like it that way? Do you rather have more trips, more travel, or do you like having everything condensed in one area?
Honestly, I'm a man that loves to travel. Solely for soccer, but I love to travel. Like that trip out to Utah, it was great. The views were great. The drive was great. I mean, I slept on the floor of the van, the worst part, but, you know, I still really enjoyed it because I feel like traveling with your team, it brings you guys a lot closer, and it's so fun. It really is the best. Oh,
there's a chance in front. Utah score
For the goal for Utah.
as right in front. Utah United make it 2-0. I believe that's Chambers in to poke that one home, but 2-0 the scoreline after 30 minutes. And United continues to add on to their lead. Atop the division and undefeated, and for a reason, because even when you're missing your two most lethal goal scorers, you've still got some talent up and down this roster. I mean, even on the bench today, players who play at Chattanooga, who are going to play at BYU next fall, like, the talent doesn't really drop off too much, even though you're missing your top-end players.
100%. They have a deep roster. And as the score says, you could tell, right? But back to the traveling thing, I definitely love to travel. I wish there were more teams in Utah. I know there was a team in New Mexico the previous year. That would have been a great trip. I've never been to New Mexico, you know. So I love traveling for soccer. It's really a great experience. So hopefully, years coming, it expands. You know, it's my first year at USL too, so I wish to continue. You know. I don't want to do it 1 year and then.
Kirkpatrick applies pressure as it's reset back to Isabella Woods of Utah University. Draper native in this roster for Utah has a bunch of Draper and American Fork Utah players who really excelled at the club level and got those, you know, high-level Power 4 or Mountain West or Western Athletic Conference offers to play in college. It's a team that is a lot of high-end talent in the W League, and no surprise, they're ranked 4th in the nation. And I believe they give really anyone a run for their money, as that one into Winton.
Great ball, though. Great ball. Just couldn't get her foot on it.
As Winton will roll it out to Robertson. Rolled back in, intended for Kulik, who's dropped a little bit deeper for this Flatiron side. There's a sliding tackle in, foul called. So Flatirons will earn the free kick. Arnav Pokrel alongside Yusuf Adan, Flatirons FC USL League 2 member, calling this game for you on NBC Sports Engine Play, the home of all of your USL League 2 and W League games for the 2025 season between Flatirons FC and Utah United. 34 minutes in. It's been goals, 2 of them, one from Howes and the other one, we believe, from Chambers, to set this game apart 2-0. It was this exact scoreline yesterday when we had a stoppage for Flatirons, however, who were in the lead for the waterlogged pitch.
Had a couple of the fans out there shoveling.
Full group effort to get that game played in the torrential downpour that was 5 p.m. to 7 p.m., or 8 p.m. really yesterday.
Yep.
The rain just did not let up. Today it's been a lot nicer. We can actually open the windows in here and get the wind and get the breeze, and it's not, you know, raining on all of our equipment, which is great.
Foul called on
Free kick
Utah.
on Irons.
Free kick Irons.
So Chambers and Howes, the 2 goal scorers for Utah. 35 minutes in, and for head coach Marina Shahovskoy, defense has been a focus of the week of training leading into this busy week, because after today, Flatirons have 1 day of rest, and then they're away to another really talented squad in the Colorado Storm that were national finalists last year. And right now, with a 2-0 deficit, it's hard to say you're happy with a 2-0 deficit, but you have to be pleased with how this defensive unit has played coming into this match.
100%. Think about it. It's the number 4th ranked team in the nation. You know, that's not a light title. And only being 2-0 to them, that's something big, you know.
Barkey, the captain, will flick it over Howes and look for an outlet. Runs into her own legs and will find an outlet in Keegan McCorkle. Looking for Clara Kulik up top, but that ball gets all the way down to the corner flag and out of play. 36th minute of play. It'll be A throw-in for Utah. Flatirons look to show maybe a light press here to try and trap this ball in. As now Kirkpatrick gets ahead to it. Noel will chase this one down. Works forward. Kirkpatrick does well to hold on to it for a couple of touches, and then the pressure gets to her. As now United will continue to hang on to possession. Both the men's and women's side for Utah United, they love having the ball. They love to pass around and keep control of it and then hit that long ball when it surprises you, when you least expect it.
100%. One thing I've found that's a similarity is that both Utah United teams, they'll play that long ball on the left side, but when it comes to the right side, they love a little 1v1 and then flicked in. And as it shows, it works.
26, now 28 goals on the season. Something's definitely working for this Utah United team.
Right.
Having only conceded one, and that was to Storm. It was a beautiful goal, a curling ball in from Storm, outside of the box that tucked in the far post. Other than that, really wonderful goal. They've defended
Really
to perfection
right.
this season. McCorkle will reset. And played back now to Robertson. Robertson will return it. Out wide, Noel. And Robertson can't hang on to possession. And now there's another foot race on the outside. One by Utah, cross comes in. Winton comfortably. We'll see that one into her hands. And directing traffic, Winton will drop it off to McCorkle. Back to Winton it goes. 39th minute of play. And now the press comes from Utah. McCorkle caught up in her feet. Will find an outlet.
Composed.
And now the ball over the top. Once again intended for Clara Kulik. Will dip out of play right in front of the Flatirons bench. So another throw in. Perez applying pressure. Lily Cook will also give chase. This one touched around the back by Utah. Very comfortable in keeping this one a 2-0 game. If they can hold it into halftime, Utah would be happy with that. But you're always trying to score more.
Right.
Up the goal difference, because it can be a factor come playoff seeding in the league. Rolled out wide. Here's Livingston. Touched in to the path of Chambers. And foul committed by Kirkpatrick.
Free kick, Utah.
A little physical there for Allie Kirkpatrick. And now Utah will have a free kick. Here's Woods. Ball comes in. Dangerous ball. Winton gets a punch to it.
Punched away.
Lily Cook can't bring it down. And Utah will go again. Woods.
Swung out wide.
Livingston will move it forward. She's got acres of space to drive into. And now we'll play it out to Howes, and it's too far in front of the right winger.
Goal kick.
And another big piece of this lineup that's missing for Utah United is Bella Devi, the Draper native, who's headed to North Carolina in the fall to play for the Tar Heels, one of the best programs in the entire country. And in that Storm game, it was Devi who was outrunning the entire Storm defense time and time again. Back to McCorkle. Ball forward. Miscommunication between McCorkle and Barkey, seeing what kind of run she was making, and McCorkle played it too long. She'll step in the way of a throw, McCorkle, and Utah will reset. Barkey defending again. Out in the corner with House. Turned in and reset into the midfield. Barkey will clear it away. That was Dudley who got the entry pass in, and we're into the 43rd minute of play here at Stermole Stadium. It's been the 2 goals, House, Chambers, along with an Anna Barkey yellow. Those are the only real times we've seen the whistle blow for a stoppage in play. Other than that, it's just been a couple of small fouls here and there. Relatively clean game between the two sides, as this one played in. Worked into Dudley. Turned over by Woods. Great step by Kirkpatrick. Once again, the nation's number 4 team, Utah United, took down Storm in what was a statement game on May 31st. 4-1 the final score of that one. Utah could put no foot wrong at Regis University. Kirkpatrick in the way again, but it's still with Utah. Here's Pennick. Sierra Pennick, BYU for 3 years, and then transferred recently to Utah Valley. As Whitten moves with speed, looking for Suntheimer. This one's going to roll all the way back to Taylor Rath. Rath's college career has taken her a few different places. UTSA down in San Antonio, then Pepperdine out in California before her most recent stop at Utah State. Hasn't seen too much action today, Taylor Rath, but her defense has stood tall in front of her. Worked out wide again. Here's Livingston, still with room to operate. And 4-on-4 for this United side, as Flatirons tracking back just a step behind, but Whitten gets in the way. Suntheimer goes down hard. Barkey steps in the way, the first one, and draws the foul on the follow-through. So it'll reset. McCorkle will tap it back to Winton. And Winton will receive it yet again. Here's McCorkle. Final half a minute of first half regulation time. McCorkle heads away. Back in, foul called on Lily Cook.
It's a free kick for Utah.
Free kick upcoming for the visitors from the Beehive State. Utah United, who lead 2-0. Out wide again. Here's House. Turn back in, sliding challenge from Barkey. House still driving, and her shot deflected away by Flatirons. We talked about
stoppage time in the first half.
How good the defense has been for Flatirons, and another stand there by the back line.
Well, they've been working on it this past week, and it's really showing. It's really showing compared to their last game against each other. It was 5-0 by now, right? And to cut it down by 3 goals, that is a big, big progress.
Worked back in by Utah. Turned in, and the shot goes high away from Winton. So another goal kick for Winton. 45 minutes down, we're into stoppage time here at the end of the first half. Winton will push her team forward. There's been maybe one chance for Flatirons, but other than that, it's been all Utah United, as there's the whistle for halftime. 2-0, the goal scorers Howes and Chambers for Flatirons. A lot of defense, but not just there offensively. At the end of the first 45, Arnav Bokrel alongside Yusuf Adan. We'll take a step aside for halftime. When we're back, it's second half action right here from Stermole Stadium. back after halftime. Arnav Fokraut alongside Yusuf Adan as we get the second half underway. 2 goals. Correction on the second goal scorer is Ruby Laddick. Thank you to the Utah United Instagram page for posting that. As we get underway here in half number 2. First goal was scored by Kate House. Got that one right, but Laddick scored the second one. Ladera Ranch, California native, 2 years at BYU. Last year at Utah Valley. She was first team All-Western Athletic Conference. And we are set for the second half of play between the two sides. Flatirons, Utah United. At this point last game.
Oh, big ball in.
Yeah, right out of the gates. Utah looking for the halfway line goal. And I don't know, as a goalkeeper, I feel like I would have been a little bit insulted.
Yeah, I would have been all right. I see how it is.
Yeah, I would have been a little insulted, and maybe Becca Winton will take that one personally. That was interesting because she's had a great game.
Yeah.
Just tried to catch her off guard, and she was up to the task.
It was a good look, though. You know, I didn't even notice the goalie was off the line, and they were able to see that. That caught me off guard a bit. But another half of some quality footy to watch.
And one sub at half that we see right now, it's Zoe Whitten, the twin sister of Sophia Whitten, returning to the lineup for Flatirons. She steps in for Kira Robertson at the right center back spot. And also up top, looks like Denali Levin is in for Flatirons. She's returning from injury. So getting some legs under her as well as she continues to make the adjustment. 4 minutes. So Levin comes in at halftime, as does Zoe Whitten, and
a little miscommunication there. We'll see how these subs change the game today. Hopefully, it's a big impact because I love to watch footy, and I hope you do too.
Wouldn't be in this job if I didn't. As Utah played out wide. Looking in, Kirkpatrick applies the pressure and through some contact. It's a foul called on Kirkpatrick.
Utah's coming out again. They're holding the ball a lot more. I wonder if they're going to be more patient and just hold the ball, you know, or just go for a lot more goals. And it's looking like after that first shot right off the bat, it's looking like they want more goals.
So Utah up by 2. A couple of subs on at half for Flatirons and Zoe Whitten and Denali Levin. Still waiting to see if the Utah side has made any changes as of yet. Looks like everyone's the same. Maybe 1 or 2 adjustments in terms of formations, but looks like everybody's still got the same starting 11 out
they're in.
For Utah. Here's a chance for United, and it's out wide.
Just wide.
Tess Wirtz, the quarterback of that move, but the final touch dragged wide of Becca Whitten. So we're about 2.5 minutes in to this second half, and McCorkle will play it out wide. Barkey can't hang on to it. The captain for Flatirons, last year's leading goal scorer, opened her account on Tuesday night against CISA with a strike with her left foot that snuck in the near post. Goalkeeper didn't dive at it. Probably should have saved it if we're being 100% honest.
Yeah.
But a goal's a goal nonetheless. You're going to take it. Yusuf, you still have yet to score one in the USL League 2 play. So.
Oh, I'm looking for assists, all right. Just for the beginning of this season, I'm looking for 1 or 2 assists, and then I'll get my goals rolling. Trust me.
Clara Kulik steps in the way of an entry pass from Utah.
Utah looks a little eager this half. I feel like they want to run it up. They want to up this score a lot more. You know, coming from that last game being 5-0 up at the half, and, you know, there's a standard, and they want to keep that standard, right? So it looks like they're really eager for goals this half, and there's no patience, I think. Maybe if they're a bit more patient, maybe the goals will start coming, but right now it's just go, 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 go.
And they are going out wide. Cross comes in. Great ball in, and Whitten gets the first header to it. Second header as well by the defensive unit for Flatirons.
Get up, water.
And now it's a throw-in as Kulik will play it back to Noel. And Jade Noel gets away from pressure just momentarily. And now the foul called.
Utah's really relentless this half. I keep pointing that out, but they really are, and I can tell that.
It's a big
Flatirons
change.
is feeling it, yeah.
Big change from the final 10 or 15 minutes of that first half. Utah was comfortable with possession, sat back a little bit. Now they're going after this Flatirons defensive unit.
I wonder what that locker room talk was like from the coach.
For Utah head coach Scott Halsaz, assisted by Alex Kimball, Helme Kafusi. As here's a ball in, Kulik will have a long trek to chase this one down. And it'll be out of play. Goal kick for Taylor Rath. This Utah United side does have goalkeeper on the bench in Sarah Mathis, headed to BYU in the fall of 2025. But as far as we can see, believe it is still Rath out there.
Ooh.
Great ball in to break the lines from Utah. And now moving through, stepping in is Jaden Noel. Out wide to Kulik, who will face up her defender and
Moved
find
really well.
an opportunity for Noel to chase it down, but it rolls just out of play. Once again, it feels like the ideas have been there for Flatirons, just getting that pass to the right place hasn't been really executed.
Yeah, that last piece. Maybe it might be an effort thing or just like a movement thing, but little handball. Ball for Flatirons. But definitely they're looking at the right passes. They're looking to make the right plays, and I don't think this whole half is going to go without them making a mistake. I think definitely they'll find it. They'll find the rhythm, and we could see a couple goals coming.
Barkey looks into the midfield, but no one's home for Flatirons, and now this one can go the other way. Couple of passes to work it around. United looking for an entry to Laddick. This
really
one
well.
tapped forward. Winton comes out and slides to stop the attack. The California Baptist goalkeeper has been on her A game today.
What a game from her today. How many saves does she have?
More than I can count, for sure. I'd assume somewhere around 7 or 8. Around 7 shots on goal for Utah, maybe 5, 6. There's been a couple that haven't been shots, but she's came out and positioned herself well to stop a shot from going in.
Right.
Really solid game from her as there's a step in advantage played. So Utah will move it forward with Chambers out wide now. Sliding tackle in from Barkey, who's been active on the defensive side all game as well. She wins the throw-in as well for this Flatiron side. So Barkey will have a go forwards. Looking for an outlet in left winger Suntheimer.
Ooh, poked away.
Big tackle in the midfield by the Flatiron side, and now applying some light pressure. But Utah will comfortably take it forward and work it out wide. Another chance to move things ahead for the United offense.
On back by Barkley.
And
Cleared away.
Barkey's done a great job of stopping the momentum of United in the first 7 minutes of this second half. The 2 goal scorers for Utah United, Kate Howes and Ruby Laddick. Other than that, it has been even sailing between the two sides, as the second half has been underway for about 8 minutes now. United work it down into the corner of the box, and again, the defense standing tall, and again, it's Anna Barkey getting a touch away from danger. Flatirons really packing the defensive lines now, as great use of the body there from Kirkpatrick to maintain possession, and then the outlet pass, like we mentioned a couple times, just hasn't been there for Flatirons to break away.
Just not connecting today, just not connecting.
Here comes a press to force the ball all the way back to Taylor Rath.
That was a really good press from the striker, but I just see that the Flatirons team is not moving up with it, which creates a gap in the middle, and Utah is really exploiting that by moving the ball well and getting down the field.
Here's Mackenzie Evans-Tostano. Brings it down. Pass one. Evans-Tostano lifts it in. This one's going to go to the top of the box. Cleared away by Flatirons, and the final touch is out of everybody's path. Evans-Tostano will gather it right back. Evans-Tostano is 31 now, born in 1994, played at BYU. for a bit, as this one worked to the other side. And poked away yet again. It's Barkey getting involved on the defensive side. She's been great so far, but it does lead to a corner for Utah.
She's playing footy today. I can tell you that.
And as an outside back yourself, I know you could appreciate a good outside back performance. Saw one yesterday from both of the Flatirons men's outside backs. Drew Sanchez and Shu Nakajima played excellent. Anna Barkey's had a great game so far as well. This one loose in the box, cleared away by Flatirons, but right back out wide. And another chance to set things up for Utah, curling towards the back post. And this one will roll out. But dangerous opportunities in the first 10 minutes for Utah to kick off this second half.
Yeah, they really set up shop in Flatirons' half. I haven't seen much of the ball on this side of the field. Really here in this half ball play through. I think if we're a bit more patient, a bit composed, and we're able to find that ball, that final ball, then we could probably build out, definitely build out.
The press from Utah has been relentless. This time, Tess Wirtz gets in the way as Allie Kirkpatrick drops it back off to Claire Kulik. And now Winton goes the other way. It's a good ball from Winton, and Barkey just misread it. And Flatirons back on the back foot yet again.
I definitely think that ball out wide is the missing piece if we're able to. Oh,
there's a foul.
A free kick, Utah.
If we're able to control that, that could definitely get us out of this press, this relentless press. So looking for that ball out to the fullbacks out wide really breaks that Utah press.
And so free kick upcoming. A couple of players in the wall for Flatirons. And once again, Utah is known to be dangerous on these set pieces. You got some athletes that can get up and get to the ball in a hurry. A couple of players standing over this one. And it will be taken in quickly. Going towards goal in this one, well over and out of play. A couple of beautiful facilities here at Colorado School of Mines. You've got Mary Kay Stadium to our right, where the football team plays. One of the best football teams in Division II. Really, really beautiful press box over there. We're always jealous when we walk by it because we're here at Stermole, which is a beautiful soccer-specific stadium, which not many schools in Colorado can say they have. A lot of schools here play on those multi-purpose field. You've got the football lines all up and down them.
Right.
So we're lucky we don't have that here at Stermole. This one coming in, Winton, safe hands.
Good end.
To control it in the 58th minute of play. She'll take her time. And now one back by Utah. We'll see the last touches off of it is off of Kulik. And so Flatirons once again, even though the ball's in the attacking half, they're forced to defend. And now the press comes, and Utah able to pass around it. Laddick will drill one out wide. Brought down well, but the touch is long, and Suntheimer's there first. Big challenge in by Utah, and one right back by Flatirons. All ball, and Denali Levin will control. Looking forward to Mary Perez, and the whistle blows. It's a foul on Perez.
I think if Flatirons has a bit more patience there, instead of just playing that ball long, hey, why not bat it around? You know, I've said that a couple times, but why not? It definitely slows down the game, and you guys are out of that defensive third, which you have more time and you're more comfortable on the ball. You know, it's not as nerve-wracking as someone flying at you in your defensive third. So getting the ball here in this middle third and just passing around, it could really create some success exactly like that.
Right on cue. It's out to Anna Barkey, who can take on a player. Good little drop step to work it into Jaden Noel, who's dropped into the midfield, and now outside is Kulik. This is where Flatirons, the offense needs to come from Clara Kulik, and it's out of play. Intended for Kirkpatrick.
Seems like they're figuring it out, actually, you know? Right as I was saying it, they figured it out, moved the ball, swung it across a couple times, and we had a promising attack coming up. But You know, just unlucky finding that last final piece as well. Still a factor.
Press coming in from Flatirons, but Utah deals with it well. And the final touch from Kulik out of play to keep things in the Utah defensive half. And now it feels like Flatirons have a little bit of life on the attacking side of things, putting some pressure on the Utah side and some pressure on the back line. This one in Noel as Wirtz just boots it away. Perez all the way back now to McCorkle and Zoe Whitten. Noel and Whitten, little give and go. And Whitten will go long, looking for 11. Back into the corner for Utah. They'll have to play this one. Wanting the switch. But Flatirons just giving the center back some space in Caitlin Richens. Richens, like we mentioned, third-team All-American last year in Division I after her season at Utah State. As this one controlled by Utah, but last 5 minutes have been a positive sign for Flatirons with some pressing and controlling of possession as of late.
Yeah, they moved up the field a lot, you know. That first 10 minutes of the half was played in their defensive third, and they were able to build up a bit more and move the game into the middle third.
Here go Utah the other way now. Moving forward into some space, driving ahead. Chambers on it. Can't hang on to possession. Out now to Perez. Worked back in. Turned over by Flatirons. Whistle blows for a foul.
Free kick, Utah.
Couple of players throwing bodies down. Laddick will stand over this one. Mary Perez called for the foul. Couple of fouls on Perez recently as we're in the 62nd minute of play. Still just those 2 goals from Kate Howes and Ruby Laddick, who stands over this free kick for Utah United. Bodies gathering in the box. It's been a couple of dangerous set-piece opportunities as of late. And Laddick will set this one up as well. Top of the 6, headed away by Zoe Whitten.
Flatirons playing a really good defensive half. Really holding off the Utah press and attack.
Out wide again. Richens wants the ball in. Instead, it will be deflected out to Clara Kulik. Turned back over into the path of Sophia Whitten. And Whitten continues to apply some pressure and tosses some hands into the defender. Triple substitution coming on for Utah United on the far side. One player off is Dudley. And another one off is Mackenzie Evans-Tostado. Also exiting the field is Chambers. So we'll see who comes on for this United side.
Looks like we also have a Flatirons sub.
So Flatirons bring in another defensive player. Looks like off goes Jaden Noel. And coming on for Flatirons, wearing the number 24 for the Irons, it is someone who we don't have yet. I believe it's Madison Steiner for Flatirons FC. Back in for Utah, this is Laddick. And Utah content to move the ball around, hold on to possession.
Really good ball movement from Utah here. We've seen it throughout the game. We've seen it throughout their whole season, actually. They really keep the ball really well. Very composed in that final third throughout the whole field, actually.
Back out wide by Winton. Steiner will hold on to it in the 64th minute of play. Rolled into Perez. Option out wide is Kulik. Clara Kulik will hold on to possession. Back to Steiner it goes. Zoe Whitten. And now trapped in the corner. Kulik gets it away momentarily. Whitten back to Winton. And circled around, good swing from Flatirons to stretch this Utah defense. Last touch off of a United player on the far side.
Great ball movement from Irons there.
It's always good when a goalkeeper can play with the feet like Winton has today. Saw it yesterday with Sep Habibi, same thing. You have a goalkeeper that's confident with the ball at their feet. Really adds another dynamic option when you're trying to move the ball along the back line. Here's Richens, Layton, Utah native. Worked out wide to Tylee Pratt.
Good little turn.
Pratt making her first appearance for Utah United, playing on the left side with the number 9 jersey as a defender. And Kulik applies some pressure, gets a nice challenge in, but the whistle blows
Free kick, Utah.
for the foul on Pratt.
I just want to compare the two presses, you know. On Utah United's side, when they're pressing, it's really relentless. Everyone's going, everyone's running at the ball. While on the other hand, we have Flatirons press, and they're kind of setting up shop a little lower, you know. Not really eager to go out and grab it, you know. A little more patient, which is not bad. You know, it works. It works against a team like this because Utah United really moves the ball well. So if everyone's running at the ball and we're unorganized, they're going to move the ball around you. They're going to break you down really easily. But Flatirons does have their striker pressing just to cause a little disruption on the United side.
As now United move forward again. Worked out wide. Touch comes in and deflected away by the defense. First real action for Maddie Steiner on the defensive side, and now Kulik comes in to apply a big challenge. Whitten went stabbing in, got a touch on it. Might have hurt herself in the process as she walks away from the challenge. Now turn back around. Here goes Kulik with some pressure. And this one all the way back to a wrap. Richens, who has started all 4 games this season, now all 5 games this season for Utah. Worked into the midfield by United, and now a chance to drive at this Flatirons back line yet again. Driven in, sliding challenge. And it's Sophia Whitten with the crucial interception there to deny a great opportunity for Atlantic and this United offense. Kulik brings it down. Rolled into Whitten. It was a misplayed ball. Whitten had to stab at it. Ball over the top, headed on by Zoe Whitten, and she'll get the final clearance away. Only as far as the midfield. Now worked out wide, and a chance to drive for Wirtz. Gets to the end line. Crossed in, rolled in front, and Winton makes the save.
Played by Winton.
It wasn't cleanly struck, and it rolled right into the hands of Winton harmlessly. McCorkle will hold it on the back line. Winton again, out to Whitten. And Kirkpatrick now pressured hard. Has to play it out to Zoe Whitten. Up the line now to Steiner.
Oh, what a great build-up.
Great connecting here from Kulik, who clips it forward. Steiner got there in time, but couldn't find the connection to another teammate. Did well to keep it in play, and Denali Levin's pressure will force United backwards. 69th minute of play between the two sides. Great switch on the far side by United. Barkey's going to have a long track down to defend this opportunity. Still out wide with United, and they move it forward. Driving past the center back. Cross comes in, through the hands of Winton, and somehow it stays out. Great defensive stand.
A goal kick.
And Winton will thank her lucky stars after that one,
By Wirtz, the other goal by Atlantic.
because it is steered wide of the goal by Tess Wirtz. And I don't know how that one didn't go in.
Yeah, I for sure thought that was going in. Not to be a negative guy, but we'll thank our lucky stars, right?
And especially for someone with as much experience in this league as Tess Wirtz, who played at Minnesota Aurora last season, is first-team All Mountain West in 2023. Excuse me, in 2024, first-team All Mountain West. Portland, Oregon native, moved to Draper her senior year of high school. A lot of talent coming out of Draper, Utah, and playing for this United side. Out wide again. There's some pace on the near side from the substitute Pratt. Finds Wirtz. Can she make up for the last miss? Rolled across, defended well by Flatirons, and cleared away. Only as far as Pratt again. Her touch is awry, but it finds a teammate.
Flatirons having a really good defensive half, might I say. Keeping this Utah United team out of the goal.
Here goes Woods, a run of her own. Touched in now to teammate Lily Hall, another substitute for Utah. Sliding challenge from Barkey. Keeps it wide of goal and earns a goal kick.
It's now one line wide at GK.
Looks like we got some Utah United subs coming in.
And it looks like goalkeeper Sarah Mathis will come in for
Utah making a sub.
United as well. So off goes Taylor Rath after playing 72 minutes. And on comes backup goalkeeper Sarah Mathis. American Fork, Utah is where she played her high school ball. She's headed to BYU to play for the Cougars come fall of 2025. Rolled across to Whitten. Clipped ahead, intended for really anyone in the attacking half. Couldn't find it. And now it'll be reset by Utah in the attacking half of play for the visitors. Turned in and out wide by Utah.
Ooh.
Driven back, good hold, but it remains in play. Cleaned up by the Flatirons defense. It's going to be a goal kick
Goal kick.
for Winton. 72 minutes gone, still 2-0 as Flatirons will make a couple of substitutions.
Flatirons making a sub.
We'll get the numbers for you as it looks like a couple of subs just to manage minutes. Keegan McCorkle will head off. She's played 90 minutes in every single game this season. On comes Kira Barker in her place. So now you've got two players from Arapahoe High School in the back line for Flatirons, and immediately Barker fouled. 12 seconds after stepping on the field, she draws a foul for this Flatirons side.
That reminds me of a game I played in recently. I get on the field, I take one guy on. I think I'm in goal, and he just clips me. And I had a scrape on my knee since.
This one all the way back to Winton. Long track down for the goalkeeper.
Ooh.
Does well to shake off a defender, but can't find the outlet pass. And now moving the other way is Utah. Flatirons defending hard. They get it away from harm's way.
Back with a try high and a GK.
Just over. Goal kick for the Flatirons.
And a chance to reset after a tough stretch for this back line in the final 30 seconds, or the last 30 seconds, I should say, of play.
Looks like the game moved more back to the defensive third of the Flatirons, you know. They were able to work it back to the middle third around like 20 minutes, but it worked back. But we'll see if they're able to build back up top. But this Utah attack is really just, it's a problem.
Denali Levin called for a foul. Quick restart by United, and Levin is on top of it. As played in now, and Utah United a give and go, but it rolls out of play.
Throw in Flatirons.
So Barker, the most recent sub for Flatirons from Arapahoe High School, plays with Colorado Rapids ECNL, as well as One of her teammates on all of those teams, Arapahoe High School, Rapids, and now Flatirons, is Maddie Steiner, who's in at right back, both of them. Over 20 starts for Arapahoe High School. First team All-State Academics for both of them as well. As we're into the 75th minute of play between these two sides.
Oh, won back by Flatirons.
Great step in the midfield, looking for Levin. And now move the other way. Here's Pratt, one of the subs for Utah, who have also subbed their goalkeeper. Sarah Mathis is in now at the back for Taylor Rath. Work back in. Here's a chance now for Richens to move it forward. Taken back by United down the far side. Good step from Barkey. She's got some speed, but the touch is too long. And United will reset. Once again, with a 2-0 lead, you're not taking any risks. You just want to hold on to possession, maybe work it around, stretch out the defense, and then try and enter and find one of those diagonal balls that they've been looking for all game.
And they're able to find it once more.
Tess Wirtz drives in. Steiner with a big tackle, but still with Wirtz. Steiner will see this one out. Actually, Wirtz will see this one out for a corner. Good recovery from Maddie Steiner. So the ball will be out for a corner for this Utah side.
Here we go.
Ball comes in. Top of the penalty box. Great header on by United. Just couldn't find the frame to test Winton, so it's a goal kick.
United's been having some really good attacks here, just not able to find the back of the net. And I think Flatirons really needs to press this line a bit higher. We're a little sat too far back, which is giving them the space to connect in the middle, find that person out wide. But really pressing the line higher could solve some problems, definitely. Break down the press a bit more. Makes it feel a little smaller for United, you know. Because they're a team that really just moves the ball really well, really well. So how do you cut that off? You make the field smaller for them.
United down the far end line. Kirkpatrick gets in the way of the first chance. Perez still with it in her own box, and now Flatirons get it away. Looking for Levin. It's only as far as the midfield, but now Flatirons with a chance to move forward. Kulik wanted the early ball in. She'll get it now, but she wasn't really looking back for it. And Pratt is in the way of that one.
So right here, raise the line. Raise the line. Make that field smaller for them, but it's just not something recognized.
Turned into the midfield. Great step in by United. Clip ball over intended for Wirtz. Won't get there in time, and now Barkey can control on the other side. She's got to track this one down to the touchline, and does. And turns it over. United draw a foul off of Barkey, who is played in quickly. There's a sliding challenge to maintain possession. Now stepped in, Steiner in the way, and cleaned up momentarily. There's a diving header. It's in by United. 79th minute goal, and United lead 3-0.
Let's take a look at that goal once more.
Saw it develop. A couple of good clearances that just got deflected right back in the way. And a great placement on the header from United to make it 3. Winton was stuck in between coming out or playing it on the line. You can watch it one more time here.
Yeah, as a goalkeeper, that's a hard choice to make. I didn't even expect that diving header. So, great goal from United.
And we're back underway. 3-0 lead now for this side from the Beehive State. Here's Kulik. Looking for an option forward. She'll dance past one. Has the touchline if she wants it. Continues her run. Looking for an early ball in. It'll be a corner for Flatirons. So positive play after giving up goal number 3 on the night in the 80th minute.
We'll see if Flatirons answers back.
The result will be better than last game between these two teams, but we'll see if they can get one on the scoreboard here in the final 10 minutes of play. 3-0 the lead for United. Kirkpatrick stands over the ball, drives one in. Chance for a header. Good ball in from Kirkpatrick. And Flatirons could reset here. They can get it out wide again. They will. Kirkpatrick assesses her options, plays it in. Good ball to the penalty spot. No one there for Flatirons. Still in the area. Suntheimer gets ahead on it, and finally cleared away by United. Here's Zoe Whitten. Looking ahead to Kulik. Push in the back by Kirkpatrick, who's been Flatirons' most physical player this game. And a foul given up to United. Arnav Pokral alongside Yusuf Adan as we bring the final 10 minutes of the USL W League home opener between Flatirons FC and Utah United. One backed by Flatirons in the midfield. Here's Kulik to drive.
Big chance.
Move to the outside. Cut back in. Miscommunication with Levin. But Levin will hustle to the corner flag and get there first. We'll touch back to her right foot. Rolls one in. Doesn't test the back line enough. And Steiner misread it on the follow-through. Breakaway now for Utah the other way. Defended well and out of play by United. 82nd minute now of play between the two sides. Utah lead 3-0. The most recent goal scored off of a header. Caught Winton out a little bit.
Little diving header. Arnav, what would you say is a dream goal for you to score?
For me, I was a goalkeeper, so for me it was always stopping the goals.
Yeah.
Always the big saves. Made a couple in high school that I still think about to this day, you know?
Yeah. You guys don't know, me and Arnav played against each other in high school.
Yeah, played against each other in high school. I pitched a 45-minute shutout, and then I allowed 3 goals. And but Yusuf's team was the number 3 team in high school in the country at the time, so had a good time. As United move the other way again. Both of us Omaha natives. Yusuf, a much more successful soccer career after high school than me.
Close.
Also in high school. But we've ended up here in the same place.
You know, fate. Fate brings us together.
It was Kaylee Chambers who scored that header for United, goal number 3. Worked out wide again. And Barkey makes a tackle.
Barkey really good on that side, just locking it down. Honestly, has had a great half compared to the first one. I think she had a couple, like 2-3 pokes in the first half. And this one, I don't think anything really got past her, which...
Always a positive sign as an outside back, as there's a great ball in for United. Chased down in the corner. Laid back in, and time now for Flatirons to maybe move something forward with purpose. Looking for Kulik on the overlap. She'll apply some pressure on Richens, but Richens, calm as ever, will get it back to Sarah Mathis, playing in her second game. First time she's ever came on this season as a substitute. She started the last game she played a full 90. She'll get about 25 minutes in this one.
Ball played through, but just went out wide.
And again, it's Flatirons FC who will hold on to possession, hopefully for a little bit longer than they have in the second half. It's been a lot of quick stints, looking for the long ball, just haven't been able to connect passes like you would hope if you're Flatirons in this second half with a much deeper roster than the last time these two teams met. Once again, Utah without Ellie Walbrick, without Seven Castaigne, and Seven Castaign's the biggest miss. 7 goals on the season for Castaigne. TCU star, 2-time All-Big 12 first team. And it looks like Flatirons will make 3 more substitutions to close out the match. As here's one outside for United. Chance to drive in on the byline, and Winton claims that at her near post. Oh, look who's on the bench left for this Flatirons side. You've got Giselle Hack, who can make an appearance. Hasn't played yet this season. Waiting for the transfer clearance, the Queensland, Australia native. Also, Kat Vizani, Ashley Wells, Natalia Toledo, all options. We've got 3 subs waiting for this Flatiron side. So we'll see who comes on in a few short moments. Sophia Whitten picks it up in the midfield.
Clean, composed, patient. I like it.
Worked forward now to Levin, who just misran it. And played away by Utah, out of play. That'll allow these substitutions to come in. First sub off is Barkey. Second is Mary Perez, and also coming off looks to be Izzy Suntheimer. So we'll see who comes on for Flatirons. Looks like Kate Vizani is one of them, wearing the number 2. We'll see who the other ones are. Have to assume Ashley Wells is one of them as an outside back coming on for Barkey, but we'll wait to confirm it before we get you the final numbers. This one played back around. Chance to put a ball in for Flatirons, and misplayed clearance by Utah. Don't say that too much. As it looks like Giselle Hack is one of the players in for Flatirons. So Hack, one of them. As this one played forward.
Flatirons not really able to figure out this ball right here. This little up back through. It has to be a bit cleaner, but they definitely got it down. It's just not being executed correctly.
Over the head of the midfield. And Barker will play it out of play. So it is Wells on, it's Vizani on, and it is Giselle Hack on, making her Flatirons debut for Flatirons FC in the late stages of a home opener.
Ooh, won back by Flatirons.
Levin through some contact, will maintain possession just barely. And Steiner stonewalled. Levin is still down.
See if Utah has another one in them.
Played out wide as Levin slowly gets back to her feet. Kulik going back to check on the center forward. This ball dangerously in and just past an outstretched Utah player. And again, the chances flying early and often, well, late and often now as we're into the 88th minute of play between Flatirons and Utah. Winton with goal kick, what feels like goal kick number 12. Could be more than that. Utah have had 9 shots on goal. Winton's made 6 saves and a couple of pretty big clearances on crosses and sliding challenges as well.
Cheeky.
And a good move by Richens. Worked out wide, and now a chance to step in for Hack. Got there first. Giselle Hack from Laramie County Community College. LCCC.
Let's go Eagles.
Where you played for a season and a half, 2 seasons?
2 seasons,
with
2
the
years.
Eagles. Got a couple of more players from the men's side that also play at LCCC. Cooper Johnson, one of them. Nick Marmolejo as well.
Danny Barajas also plays there. Gael.
Yeah, big group of guys that went from LCCC to UC Colorado Springs in Division II. As there's a sliding challenge in. It'll go out for a corner. And Utah continue to knock at the door in the final couple of minutes of regulation. Don't expect too much extra time. It's been a pretty relatively smooth second half. We haven't had too many stoppages for fouls.
Yeah.
Not really any cards shown in this second half as well. You can't complain about this. The style of play has been great between the two sides. It's been great soccer between the two as well.
I really enjoyed watching this game. You know.
Played short on the corner. Lifted in to the box. Headed on. And now dropped back. It'll go as far as the midfield. Long range shot deflected in front. It'll fall. Chance and Winton there. Good hold by Maddie Steiner to stop the pressure from getting to her goalkeeper. As we get to the final minute of play, Yusuf, I'll ask you this. You don't like losing, obviously, but you lose 3-0 to a team that beat you 8-0 a couple of weeks ago.
All right.
There have to be some positives that you can take away from this heading into a matchup against another very talented team on Sunday in the Colorado Storm side.
Right.
What are some of the positives that you can take away, that you think Flatirons can take away from this match? And we'll hold on that for a second as Utah is out on a break, rolled in front, no one home as Winton came out and got in the way of the cross. We'll see this play out, and then we'll go back to that question about some of the positives for Flatirons. Heading into Sunday's matchup against the Colorado Storm. As this one taken in by Utah, defended by Heck. And away, Wells will track this one down. It's Utah back on it in the corner. Rolled in. This one's going to find the back post player and cleared out and away. So we'll take this moment now to assess some of the positives from this one, Yusuf. What can you take going into Sunday's matchup against Storm?
Well, if I am a Flatirons team, all right, definitely going to highlight on how our defense definitely improved. From a 8-0 to 3-0 game, that is a big, big improvement. You know, you can't be mad at that, but you cannot be content with the loss as well, you know. So one thing I'd work on, I'd obviously refresh the defensive side, but this attacking part really needs to be figured out for the game on Sunday, because Storm is obviously a team that they're here to compete as well, you know. They lost to Utah United 4-1, and compared to a 3-0 loss, you know, I'd rather lose 3-0 than 4-1. But still, that means that Flatirons has to figure out the attacking side of things. The defensive side has improved and still needs to improve a bit more. So going into this next game, it just we gotta figure out that attack. It's killing us, because there are chances where we need to be a bit
1
more
minute in.
composed.
Here's a back heel flick. Winton comes out and makes a stop.
What a save.
And that will be it.
Way to end the game. Way to end the game on that save.
Great save from Winton to end it in the 92nd minute. 2 minutes of stoppage time over. 3 goals. It was Howes, Laddick, and then Chambers to decide the game for Utah. But positives nonetheless for Flatirons heading into a matchup against the national finalists from last year in Colorado Storm. This one goes the way of the number 4 team in the country, Utah United, victorious over Flatirons FC. For everyone involved in the broadcast, James Sandberg alongside me directing the show, our camera operators Ben and Benji, and the man to my right, Yusuf Adon Arnaf Pokrel, signing you off from Stermole Stadium. We're back here in a couple of days, but not before an away trip for both the USL League 2 and W League. Men's side and women's side both play Colorado Storm tomorrow and Sunday, respectively. Then we've got Albion at home on June 11th. Till then, we'll see you at Stermole Stadium. Until then, be good to one another and drive safe. We'll be right back.